Does Quavo want to say hello to everybody? All right. Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been like ever. I don't even know where to start, which is kind of why I'm doing this like Q&A intro, because I really didn't know where to start. Like I feel like it would be awkward if I just like came back with like my regular daily vlog or whatever, or weekly vlog, and you guys have no idea like how I'm feeling, what's going on in my life, like where I've been, like all this stuff has been happening. So I wanted to do a Q&A, just kind of like, so you guys know, I answer all your questions, like if you guys are asking like, where have you been? Or like, what's up, how's married life? Which honestly, that's all the questions I've been about, is how is married life. So I'll answer as many questions as possible. There's like tons of questions here. So I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way up. There have been some questions as well about how Damien and I met. I answered all those questions at our fiance tag, like literally a year ago. Guys, it's been over a year since we got engaged. Isn't that crazy? Like time just like flew. I mean, flew by. So I'm gonna insert that video in the description box below. So if you guys have questions about how we met and our relationship up to when we got engaged, then you can look at that video as well. I wanted to originally do this Q&A or like catch you up in my life video with Damien, because I mean like he is like the main thing in my life right now. Well, not right now, like for the rest of my life. And you guys just are curious about our relationship, but he's not here. He's like never here, just because he's always traveling with basketball, or like I'm never here either. So it just didn't work out that way. But he will be in like the future videos, and maybe I'll sit him down one day and maybe do a husband tag, maybe some new questions, something like that. But right now he's not here, so it's just me by myself catching you guys back up. So someone asked, are you and Damien? Of course, this is the question that everyone asks. Every time I post a picture on Instagram, everyone thinks that I'm pregnant. One, I hate that because it makes me feel like I'm fat, and like I know I'm like getting like happy marriage weight, but like I'm not that fat. Not enough to be like pregnant every video or every picture I post. So I'm not pregnant, and I hate that. But I will answer your question about if we're planning on having babies soon. Right now, no. We're just kind of enjoying life and you know, being together and trying to figure out like our marriage and how we're like, you know, just getting used to being married and stuff like that. So we're just enjoying life. If babies come, they'll come. And kind of like when it happens, it happens. So we're not like trying or anything right now. So yeah. How is it writing Lee as your last name instead of Curry? It's pretty cool. I mean, I still write Curry. Like my last name's Curry Lee. I hyphened it. So it's like not that different. It's just hyphening at the end of my first name and then putting 3 other letters, and that's it. So luckily it's like he's got a super easy last name, and I think it fits really well with my last name. So yeah, like it's not really that different. 5, how do you like living in San Jose? We are not in San Jose anymore. That was definitely not a big change, but like as soon as we got back from our honeymoon and like all the wedding stuff, we were living in San Jose. We had moved there before we got married. And so my husband, he works for, he has two-way contracts, so he has to be in Oakland sometimes, and he has to be in Santa Cruz sometimes. And so we were in San Jose because it was right in the middle, but it just turned out that he was more comfortable, or he just didn't like living in San Jose because it was too far from Oakland, and he spends a lot of his time in Oakland. I don't know if you guys keep up with the Warriors, but they've had some injuries and stuff like that, so he's been called up a lot since we've like been back from our getting married. So it was just a really long commute for him. He didn't feel like it was worth it living in the middle. So we no longer live in San Jose. We're still in the Bay Area. We're just closer to Oakland, and I like it where we are. I think it's a really good spot. It's not too far from Oakland, which is what I'm used to since I lived there in Jack London Square for all last year. So I like being a little bit closer to there, and I'm closer to my family, and I don't feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. When we were in San Jose, I really felt like I was just like by myself in the middle of nowhere, just me and the dogs, and especially because he wasn't home a lot either, because he was like at practice all the time. So I'm really liking where we are. It's like a much bigger place than our apartment. We're in a townhouse now. And so yeah, I love it here. How's married life treating you? Any new changes? I love married life. Like, I freaking love it. I don't think it feels that different, honestly. Like, I have a whole husband, you know, like that's super dope, and like it makes, and like really happy all the time, and like it's just the only thing that's like hard for me to say, oh, it's so different, is because before Damon and I got married, we were long distance, and early on in our relationship we were long distance, and then he was all, when I was out of college, or I was in college, in North Carolina, he was in Portland, Maine, and then he got hurt, so then he was in Louisville, and I was still in North Carolina. And then that summer after I graduated, I moved to California for my job, and he just ended up coming out here with me for like the weekend, he came out with me for the summer because he was working out here and just getting back into basketball after like a whole year of rehab. And then he went to Santa Cruz, and I stayed here in Jack London. And so then he was in Atlanta because he got called up and got the contract with Atlanta, and I was still here. So like we're just used to like not being with each other all the time, except for like 2 months in the summer. And so it's not really that different. I'm traveling all the time, like I said, he's traveling all the time. So that's like not, like I feel like the biggest change when you get married is like you're moving in together and you're with each other every day all the time. But like we haven't had that even to this day, just because of our jobs and what we do. So that's not that different. I mean, it's really exciting though, because like for me, I've always wanted to have, I knew I've always wanted to get married, and like waiting for God to put that one man in my life who I wanted to be married to, and stuff like that for me was like a big check off of my list, and like off of things that like I worried about or constantly thought about, because I wanted it so bad, but I didn't want to settle. And so I wanted to make sure I found the right guy, and God had placed the right guy in my life and gave me like assurance that this is who I want to be with. So that's kind of different for me, is that I don't have to think about this all the time. I don't have to worry about it. Like, I am so happy with the decision that we made to get married and to spend the rest of our lives together. And he's like the best person in the world. Like, I'm obsessed with him. Like, of course, I'm not gonna sit here and act like we have like the perfect relationship. We have our ups and downs, and we did before we got married, and we will for the rest of our lives. We'll have some trials and tribulations, but like, that doesn't scare me or anything like that, because I know that I'm meant to be with him. I get like super, this is so vulnerable for me, because I'm really talking to you guys and I'm really telling you how I feel, and it makes me like really emotional, you know, because like it's just such a big thing, and to feel so like sure and confident about it. Obviously I've never felt anything like this before, so I just love being married. Nothing's really different. It's just like a weight off of my shoulders. Hey, Danny asked when my episode of Say It's the Dress is coming on. I don't really know. It's gonna be a surprise for all of us. I have tried to reach out and ask, but I haven't heard anything. From what I know, post-production, just like I'm filming a show myself, post-production is very intense and is very time consuming, so they're all just probably busy doing that. But as soon as I find out anything, I will definitely let you guys know. Hopefully it's not gonna be a surprise. Hopefully I'll find out before it airs, and you guys know I'm already gonna be like, it's here, it's coming this day. People have been asking me about my tattoos, and how many I have, and what they all mean. I think I'm just gonna put that in one of my vlogs. Like, a lot of people, because this is the one you most see all the time, just because like when I'm recording on Instagram, I'm like this, and my right hand's here and my left hand is here, and you can see my FOMO tat. Let me move this. This is my FOMO tat. It means fear of missing out, and I got it with two of my best friends, Danielle and Chanel. They're twins, and we wanted something that, they're two of my best friends from college, and we wanted something that like represented our friendship and what we went through. And so like how we like really started getting to know each other and really becoming best friends is that we would go to parties up and down like North Carolina, and like we would just travel all the time because we just didn't want to miss like the college experience and like hanging out with each other. So that is why we got this, and I love it. We all have it same spot. Since you and your husband travel a lot, how long do you go without seeing each other? I want to say since we've been married, the longest we've gone without seeing each other, has been like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh no, when I was filming my show, it was like 3.5 weeks. Yeah, that was long. But just as married, like when we were dating, we would go like months without seeing each other. Like the first time we hung out, we didn't see each other again until, so we saw each other in June. Didn't see each other again until like September. And we started dating in between like the time we started talking and the time we like saw each other the next. So yeah, it was September. So that was a long time when we were dating, but since we've been married, it's only been about 3 weeks, but it feels like so much longer. Again, asking how is marriage life, what's the biggest change you've noticed now that you're married? The biggest thing I've noticed, I feel like, is just like our communication has to be a lot better, and like defining our roles and what we bring to the marriage, to our marriage. When we talked about that a lot when we did premarital counseling. We just had to figure out what we were going to bring to our marriage and who was responsible for what. Not just like the tangible things like finances or taking care of the house or anything like that, but more so like emotionally and spiritually, because that's just as important as like the practical things. So I think that's what was the biggest like the biggest difference and the biggest change, the thing that we've had to pay more attention to. But like for me, I feel like I married my best friend, so like we were best friends before, we're best friends now, like as a married couple. We're only 3 months in, but still like we're still the same people. We still act the same with each other. We're still obsessed with each other. And so yeah, that's like the biggest change, that was really figuring out like what we bring to our marriage emotionally and spiritually. Do you love living in the Bay Area? I do love living in the Bay Area for the most part. I just can't stand how expensive it is here. I honestly cannot stand it. It like makes my stomach turn how expensive it is. But you know, it's a nice place to live, and whenever I go back home, like I love visiting Charlotte, but like dude, I get bored. Like 3 days in, I'm like, okay, like let's go, like I'm ready to go home. But I do love the Bay, but I wouldn't mind moving either, honestly. If wherever Damien ends up going, that's where I'll be. I'm excited to see if we end up staying in the Bay. That's amazing. I'm happy that way. This is kind of becoming my home now. But I'm not afraid to move. Obviously this year has been the year of moving and all this stuff, so I'm not afraid to move and start like experiencing new places. A lot of people are asking about like the wedding and you know, how it was, and I'm not gonna put all of those details in this video just because that's a whole video in itself. But my wedding day was like the best day of my life. The best day of my life. And like if you follow me on Instagram and you read my like day after the wedding post, and I was talking about how like I was just so calm and like I just was calm the moment I woke up, no stress, no anxiety, nothing. And that just was like, that was the tone of the day. Like I was just ready to have fun and to marry Damien, and so like it was the best day of my life. I'm pretty sure it was the best day. It better be the best day of his life. And yeah, like there's just so many things that went into it. Again, a huge shout out to my wedding planner, Christy Lee, at About Details, because she exceeded all expectations. And I'm more of a visual person, and so like I have to see the whole thing and like to know what it's gonna look like, I have to see it all together. And because I didn't see it all together, like the details and the ceiling treatments and the tables and all that stuff, like I just saw like bits and pieces of it separately, but not all together. And when I saw the reception hall and when we walked in, like I cried, because it was everything and more I could have ever wanted for my wedding. So when we get our mini video, I'll definitely, if Damien lets me, sometimes he gets a little like, that's our private stuff, but if he lets me, I'll definitely post that on my channel so you guys can watch that, because I mean, it was a dope party and a dope day, and I'm just so happy and so blessed for that day. _Polito asks, how does it feel to be an NBA wife? The good and the bad. Honestly, I don't even feel like an NBA wife, because I've been an NBA sister for 23 years, And so like that transition from being an NBA sister to an NBA wife is like, there is no transition. It's the same thing. I'm still an NBA sister. So like it doesn't really feel any different to me at all. I go to all, and I think especially since Damian and Stephen are on the same team, like I would be going to the Warriors games anyways, to go watch Stephen, as like I just was in Portland to watch Seth. And so maybe if Damian was on another team and we didn't live in the Bay, it would feel a little bit different, because then I would be on that team or I would be at those games because I'm an NBA wife. But because I'm like in the Bay and he plays for Golden State, I've been going to those games for the past, what, 10 years, 9-10 years now, so it doesn't feel that different. I still like get like weirded out that I'm an NBA wife, because I never thought I would be an NBA wife, honestly. I mean, I figured I'd make a good one because I know the lifestyle, but that was never like a goal of mine, is like find a baller, you know, like that was never important to me. It just so happened that I found me one. Someone asked, how has therapy been with everything going on? Are you able to have that time for yourself? So from like the end of October through, or the middle of October through the middle of November, I was filming a show that'll be coming out in the new year. And so it was really hard for me to do my weekly visits to my therapist, because with the show, sometimes I'd have to like schedules would change and I wouldn't be home, and I thought I would be home or whatever. So it was really hard for me to like schedule therapy sessions. And then like with the one I was going with, if I didn't give her 24-hour notice that I couldn't come, then I would still be charged like the amount of money if I would have shown up anyway. So like I was just kind of like, you know what, let's just stop, because I'm not trying to get charged for not showing up, you know, and it's like not my fault. So I haven't been going since October. It was really good for me. It like makes me kind of sad that we couldn't figure it out. And I know that some people had suggested doing like talk therapy, like you can like call a therapist or like kind of essentially FaceTime your therapist, and I mean that works, I guess, but I don't like that. I feel like my brain is just so scattered and all over the place, and so like when I actually have to go to the office and like sit on the couch and like be forced to like go one-on-one with my therapist, or I just won't pay attention, or I won't get the full session and the full experience that I actually need. So I mean, eventually that should be my New Year's resolution, is to go back into that, because I really did enjoy it, and I really like talking to you guys about it as well, because a lot of you, you know, it resonated well with you all, and you all could relate, and it maybe helped a couple of you to go to therapy and talk to someone, and for whatever reason. So I'm not doing it right now. I need to get back into it. Just with my schedule, it was literally impossible. But things are calming down now, so I'll definitely go back. Were you nervous to walk down the aisle? I was not nervous at all to walk down the aisle. Like I said, when I woke up that day, I was so calm and like anxious, but in a good way, like, okay, let's go. Like, cause the wedding didn't start till 5 and I got up at 7. We had started makeup and hair at 8. So I was up at 7 just cause like I couldn't sleep anymore. And I just wanted to fast forward to 5. Because like 7 a.m. to 5 o'clock is a long time. So when that time came for me to finally walk down the aisle, like I saw my dad, I was like, are you ready? Let's do this. And I mean, it was amazing. Like it was all kind of a blur, honestly. That's why I can't wait to get our video back, just so I can see it from the outside, and see what it all looked like. Cause it was, the ceremony was a blur. Maybe I was a little nervous, but like I didn't feel nervous. I don't know. I just like smile because like I had so much fun that day and it was so great. But no, I was not nervous to walk down the aisle at all. Someone asked if I'm happy. Aw, Bria look cute. I don't know, but that's so sweet. Yes, I am happy. I'm very happy. How did you get your 2 dogs? Okay, so Quavo, I got him from a breeder called Murphy's Doodles. They're in Florida, I believe. And I really wanted a puppy, and wanted a puppy for years, so like of my own, and I finally got my bubs. And then Nobu, he's a rescue. So my friend Sabina found him. He ran away from home in the middle of Napa, and she found him, lured him in, and then found the owners, and the owners couldn't take care of him at the time. So long story short, Damien and I ended up adopting Nobu, and he's crazy. Like, this dog is insane. He's got that husky like wilderness mentality, but he is the best. Like, I love them both, and Quavo's happy to have another brother, and it's all great. So that's how I got my babies. Okay, so yeah, those are all the pretty much the updated life questions. If you have any more questions, just enter them or comment below, and I'll just write them back to you. I don't want this video to be literally like, it's probably going 20 minutes long. I don't want it to be that long. So if you have any questions or I didn't answer your question, just comment below and I will answer them there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back. I'm so excited to be back on my channel. It's been way too long. I don't even want to count how many months it's been since I've uploaded a video, but I'm really excited. I'm getting all settled in, and there's so many exciting things going on in my life, so I can't wait to bring you guys along. And even the boring parts, I'm still gonna bring you guys along because it's my life. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, or don't forget to like and comment anything, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm coming out with new content all the time. I'm literally gonna be doing the most random things. Like, one day will be a vlog, one day will be a makeup tutorial, one day will be a skincare routine, one day will be shoot, I don't even know. You let me know what you want. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.